you've got to resist the pacification program that's going on as well. I mean, resist the influence to become listless and unresponsive to your own knowledge, you know. Resist a new order through awareness, through advocacy, through understanding. Promote human cooperation and unity and integrity amongst your neighbourhood, amongst your, even if you're just living in a block of flats or a block of units. Promote this sort of attitude among people. And don't become listless, because the stuff in the food, the fluoride in the water and in the toothpaste, they've got a lot of stuff there to sort of make you just go, oh yeah, well I want to fix things, but I just can't be bothered today. Well, you have to be bothered. You've got to be bothered to look within yourself, start understanding yourself, and start relating it to everybody around you, and realizing that there is only one, and that we all need to help. We all need to participate in this. I mean, it's the hardest thing for most people to even realize in life is that we are all one. You know, it's just the social manipulation of society through fear has completely detached people from their sense of reality. It you know, in our society, in our culture, we've been trained for individual differences to stand out. You know, you look at a person and you immediately think older, younger, brighter, dumber, richer, poorer. You know, we make a series of dimensional distinctions and we put them into categories and we treat them that way. And we've been trained to think like this from birth. And it gets to the stage where we can only ever see others as being separate from ourselves and only see the ways in which we're separate. But one of the more dramatic experiences in life is when you realise that that's a complete illusion. You know, it's when you're with another person, you suddenly see the ways that they are like you, rather than the ways they are different from you. It's when you experience that fact that the spiritual essence, the life force in that person, you know, the essence of that person is essence in you and essence in everybody. It's the same essence. You know, it's that understanding that there really is no other. It's all one. You know, I wasn't born as Maxwell Egan. I was just born as a human being, and then I learned the whole business of who I am and where my place in society is along the way through my life. It was my path through life that taught me to be Maxwell Egan, and whether I'm good or bad, or achieving or non-achieving, and all of the baggage that's learned along the way. But you get to a certain stage and you ultimately find that it's completely irrelevant. It's all designed to keep people away from the awareness that there is only one. Become aware of the mental environment as well. The mental environment is the environment of thought and the influence in which we all live. Its effect upon our thinking, our emotions and our actions is even greater than the physical environment. The mental environment is being directly affected at the moment by all means of government and commercial interests all around us, and becoming aware of this, becoming aware of the mind control that's happening every day, just in all the commercials and the newspapers and the media and everything they bombard you with. You know, becoming aware of that is crucial to maintaining your freedom, you know, and the freedom to think and feel clearly. You know? And you know, the first step you can take is to constantly choose who and what is influencing your thinking and your decisions through the input that you receive from the outside. And like I said, this includes media, books, you know, persuasive friends, authority figures, family, you know, all of the stuff that you've got around you. You know, set your own guidelines. Set your own guidelines and learn clearly how to determine with a certain amount of discernment and objectivity what other people and even the culture at large is telling you. You've got to learn to consciously discern these influences in order to protect and uplift the mental environment in which you live. Okay? Knowledge of these sorts of things and knowledge of the mental environment around you it brings you into a direct connection with a deeper spiritual mind that the creator of all life has placed within you. And it's at the level of this deeper mind beyond your intellect, at the level of knowledge, that you become safe from interference and manipulation. It's a knowing. I've often said this to people. They say, I believe this, but it still doesn't work. Well, it's not a belief. Believing has nothing to do with it. It's knowing. And there is a difference between knowing and believing and knowing. It's like when I talk of the language of the heart that I often talk to people about when I talk about this electromagnetism you release with your heart. It's knowing that language. It's not believing that you can talk with it. It's knowing that you can talk with it. And knowing that you can shape your reality. It's like the power of attraction, as it says in The Secret. You can literally shape your reality. And we're doing this all around us every day. And the proof of this, it can be seen in the negativity of the world. It's everywhere. I mean, people are dwelling on so many negative thoughts, and all it's doing is creating more negativity, because that's what it attracts, which is why people are trained to think these negative thoughts all the time. So try to understand your connection to all of this. I'll tell you, there's a movie actually that I've posted on my website, thecrowhouse.com, which you can visit anytime you like. I have a lot of information there for you. There's a new film that I've actually posted there by a friend of mine called Ben Stewart. Ben is just a young guy. He's a musician. Very, very intelligent young man, very talented young man. He made a film called The Esoteric Agenda around the middle of last year, which had a phenomenal response on the internet. And he's just released a new one entitled Climatica. It is a wonderful film. I've actually posted it to my YouTube channel. It can also be viewed on my website. The YouTube embed is there. And I urge you to go to Ben's website, which is talismanicidol.org. You'll find a link on my website. You'll find a link on the Climatica page. And he has the DVD for sale there. I urge you to go and buy it, because you will want to show it to other people once you've watched it. It is a fantastic film, and it explains a lot of things on a very, very deep spiritual level. I'm going to try to have Ben on the show hopefully next week to talk about his new film. It is a wonderful film. I highly recommend that you watch it. That's at thecrowhouse.com. If you go there, click on the link to Climatica, and you will find a link to Talismanic Idols there, and you'll find the film embedded there as well. But again, I do urge you to buy it from his website. It's a great production. I think that will definitely help you understand a lot of what's going on. It may be quite controversial to some, but yeah, that's the way it goes. People need to get all the information from all the sources that they can. But he does go into a lot of very interesting stuff about the nature of evil and where evil comes from, because I believe that is also a very, very big issue, because with everything that's going on, we have to truly ask ourselves why we allow it more than anything. I mean, sure, there's the 13 families, the banking families, and they control all the money and they do all this bad stuff, but is it purely these 13 families wishing to take over the world, or is it simply the collective consciousness of humanity that's allowing it to occur? I think that it's very important that people reflect on the choices that they make, the decisions that they make on an everyday level with everything. And these governments would not be able to do this. The bankings wouldn't be able to do this if we didn't agree to go along with the system. So we've very much got to stop complying with the system. There's also a link on my website that you'll find called Cat's Holiday 2009, which is a site which has been put together by another friend of mine, which is based on non-compliance. I suggest that you go and have a look at that, and also there's an email link there. You can contact her for any arrangements and details. She's got a lot of information on that site and a lot of links on that site. That would be another good place for you to go. The website does get updated daily, thecrowhouse.com. I try to add new material to it all the time. So please keep visiting and check out what I've got there. The forums are also active. You can go and post there. There's a lot of people registered to the forums. There's a lot of good information floating around the forums. We also have a Ventrilo voice server that operates 24 hours a day. There's usually somebody on there. So you can come in there and you can talk to like-minded people. I actually go in there quite a bit, so you can come and have a chat to me if you like. It's all about getting the information out to others. It's all about helping people understand what they're dealing with, looking at things in a positive manner, and getting the information out to as many people as we can.